Well, greetings, brothers and sisters, and welcome to Begin by Praying. I want to share a story from the Bible with you today that's going to give us some insight into one of God's greatest characteristics, and we'll see how we can apply this to our lives. This is the story of Jonah, a prophet in the Old Testament who God called to go preach the word in a foreign country. Now in Jonah chapter 1, verse 2, we see God's instructions to his prophet. Arise, go to Nineveh, that great city, and cry out against it, for their wickedness has come up before me. Well, it was a problem for Jonah. Jonah hated the Ninevites because those people hated God. In fact, his hatred was so intense, he didn't want them to know anything about God's love and forgiveness. He didn't think they deserved it. So what did he do? He boarded a ship heading in the opposite direction of Nineveh to get as far away from God as he possibly could. And there's a lesson that we can learn on our way to the main point. We can't outrun God. He knows where we are at all times, and no corner of the earth is a safe haven away from his presence. So don't even try it. He doesn't have to look far to find you. But God caused a great storm to hit that ship, and it scared the daylights out of the sailors. And Jonah admitted that the storm was his fault because of his disobedience to God. He asked to be thrown overboard. And when the sailors obliged, the storm ceased. Then God rose up a great fish to swallow Jonah, and he was in the belly of that fish for 3 days and 3 nights. There was plenty of time for him to think about his disobedience to God. Does that stretch your faith? That a man could be swallowed by a fish and live to tell about it? You have trouble believing that? I wish we had time to unpack that, because I could really help you overcome your doubt there. And maybe we'll take a closer look at this sometime. But for now, what happens next gives us some clear insight into God's character. It's entirely possible that when Jonah humbled himself before God and repented, he thought that God would give him a different assignment. But God didn't. His exact words to Jonah: go to Nineveh and preach the message I give you. Now that you're done throwing a fit and running away, stick to my plan. Now, friends, that's a lesson that we can learn from. God does not change. His plans don't change according to our moods and our desires. So let me ask you this. Is there something God has been telling you to do or not to do, and you've been hesitant to obey him? Maybe he's asking you to step up to the plate and reconcile a relationship. Or maybe he's asking you to give up a bad habit or an addiction that you're reluctant to do. But whatever it is best for us to obey him on these things and get it right the first time. Life goes so much better when we stick to his plan instead of wasting time trying to outrun him. Well, thank you for joining me here today. I love spending time with you every week, and I hope to see you right back here for another video next week. Until then, keep your eyes on Jesus and not on your troubles. Thank you.